look, the Jews are the chosen people, right? We are the chosen people. But just because you're not Jewish doesn't mean you can't be dope.
Well,
Michael
that's
Rappaport,
great for me to
2025.
hear. I really thought I couldn't be
What
dope because I wasn't Jewish. I never had like
what
a
year
big
did he
party when
say
I was
that?
13
Technically,
with a
I didn't
chocolate
either.
chocolate
The
fountain.
the Catholic side of my dad's family, or the Catholic dad's side of the
Loves
family,
Michael
is
Rappaport.
significantly more religious than the
Uh,
Jewish mom side of the family.
you should
So
just have it. Can you have it when you should have one when you turn like 26? You have a double bar mitzvah.
I actually didn't know what a bar mitzvah was when I went to my first bar mitzvah, which is pretty
Yeah.
funny. And I had a really bad time. It was
I
This
didn't
really
was
really
last
boring.
either. My
week.
parents were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to this like party for your friend," and then we went to fucking Jew church. And you had to
It
read
wasn't
the
it wasn't like a
paper.
church thing, but like their parents had like enough money that it was kind of obnoxious, and so they
Yeah.
had like this like RC car fucking racing thing built up. And I remember trying it once, and I was like, "This sucks, and there's nothing to do, and I don't know anyone here." And so I just talked with my grandma for like an hour and a half, and then
There's
we
an
left.
annoying DJ here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was
like
not a good time.
They didn't
I
even do
like
the
that the
chair thing. I thought that was when they do the chair thing, and I was really
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
oh
yeah.
But
yeah.
I guess
I
you have to be
remember looking
13
forward to
and
that as
married.
well. I like that their big flex was RC cars because like I think you could set that up for $100.
Yeah. Cool.
Maybe I only
We're gonna
thought
play.
it was a lot of money.
We're
I
gonna
don't
play
know.
Yeah,
paper
yeah,
My
no
boat.
doubt.
child perception of how much money you have to get that sort of thing was probably pretty skewed. I
Yeah.
also
Oh
wanted to
yeah.
touch on the fact that I love that Michael Rappaport only uses the type of AAVE that like a mentor figure in an after school special uses. Like
Oh,
it's a very
definitely.
specific slant of it where it feels like it's written for 10-year-olds. He sounds like he's about to tell
He's
you that
trying
like
to make himself
smoking
understood.
cigarettes is whack.
Yeah, smoking cigarettes is bogus, bro.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It is not lit
Uh,
to smoke a
It's
fucking
not dope.
cigarette.
It's not dope to
It
smoke a
is. It is.
cigarette
It
or do a
is
drug.
sus. It's a AO moment to smoke a cigarette, to have a
Yeah.
stick in your mouth.
It's a AO moment. What was that fucking like tweet that Kane retweeted today where it was like, this is
Oh, it
not
was,
AO, this is tough.
yeah, it was Playboy Cardi sucking on a lollipop made of diamonds. It is tough. It's cool. It's fucking
Yeah, that is
sick.
what it was. That's awesome.
That's
That's just
so
what you do
cool.
when you've been rich for so long you get bored.
That is, I would. That's the type of shit I would start doing if I made like $100,000 a year, and I would
Yeah.
still just like live in a studio apartment. But it's like, look, I gotta look at this. Look at my chain. It looks like a scarab beetle.
Yeah. A lollipop made of diamonds sounds like a child's rejected fan Pokemon design. It's like, yeah, and then it evolves and it turns into a Christmas tree made of diamonds.
It
And
turns
it was
into
like,
like,
there's not
well,
even
it starts
related.
off as like a dum dum type of
Hmm.
lollipop, and then it evolves and it's the big circle, swirly
Oh, I see. So it's
lollipop.
just a more ornate lollipop. That makes sense.
Yes, it's one of those lollipops you get in Mexico with the scorpion in it.
mhm.
Yeah. It's like a scorpion. It's got like a what's the Pokemon that like hangs out on the bottom of it's Mantine and Remora,
Remora.
I think.
Yeah, they really didn't. They didn't even
Yeah.
Oh
try on
yeah.
that one.
Yeah, no, I do like it when they do that when it's just the name of an animal. So yeah, this
Yeah,
one's
this is a
sealed. Oh
Pokemon that
wildebeest.
shit.
hangs out on the bottom.
It's
Speaking of
wildebeest.
speaking of wild animal, did you guys? I was texting you. I was like really sick last night, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I realized that my YouTube autoplay had like put me on this video of like a guy in like I don't know somewhere in like the rural South who is just who is just fishing with a gun with like an air
So
like
cool.
an air gun like a BB yeah. And I've been watching his channel a bit more. It's like, and it's really funny because he's like a gun YouTuber. I mean, I explained this to you guys in the text, but he's like a gun YouTuber, but he doesn't do what like those other gun YouTubers do, where they're like as they get more money, they escalate. They're like, we're gonna shoot like a 50 caliber fucking rifle at
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot a
at
refrigerator.
whatever. It's like yeah, and it's like it's pretty clear that like he lives with his parents and his parents don't really trust him. So he's like, "All right, guys, I spent even more money on a BB gun, and I'm gonna go
I bought
shoot
a
birds
scope for
with
my
it."
BB gun.
He just
You
he
get
just
the
put
FPS Russia disease where you keep spending more and more money, and eventually you end up at the point where like you get arrested for riding around in a tank and you have to stop.
It's gonna suck.
well, no, that's not what happened. That's not what happens. He just spends more money on like BB guns and then just posts
I know
pictures of him.
that's what his parents are saving
Oh
him
yeah,
for.
Well,
yeah.
They're
No, yeah.
pulling
His
him
parents
away
it's
are.
gonna
from that.
suck when he
Yeah,
kills his
his
parents
parents
with a
are.
BB gun anyway.
Yeah. If that ends up
he
killing them, then it was their
shoots
time
them
to
in the mouth
go.
and they choke to
Yeah.
death.
No.
Yeah, it's like having like a Chris Benoit moment, but you only have an airsoft rifle, so you keep trying to shoot your family. And you're just like, how can
Yeah,
fucking you
I didn't.
stop
Anton
that,
Yelchin
man? That's
backing over
really
himself in the
obnoxious.
Playmobil red and yellow car.
he
Fuck.
he also in the videos he posts, he's just sort of like walking, like he'll just be walking around outside and he's not wearing like Carhartt or anything. He's just wearing like a normal shirt, and then he's just wearing like Adidas sweatpants and Crocs. And he's like, "All right, guys, today I'm gonna shoot at my grandpa's grain silo, and we're gonna see how much the BB gun does to the grain silo."
Sucks when you get the
And
BB in your
it's
crock.
they're yeah. They're really good. I think there was one video where he's like, "I'm gonna shoot one of my BB guns barrels with my other BB guns, and we're gonna see which ones can penetrate it."
Oh,
It's like, all right, this one went through.
that's awesome.
Doing you know in Call of Duty how you like shoot like explosive red barrels that are supposed to be full of oil and
Yeah.
they blow up and they kill everything. You're doing that with like a giant tub of Play-Doh and you shoot it with an
Yeah.
airsoft gun. It explodes and shoots Play-Doh all over everybody.
Yeah, he's doing that with like barrels of beer that his grandpa has, and there's like a little fire, but then it goes out eventually because it's very low proof.
Shooting bottles of root beer off of
Yeah,
a tree
that's
trunk with an airsoft gun.
No, I mean it's like some of them are like BB guns, but like some of them are like technically guns, but they're like the varmint rifle from like Fallout New Vegas. It's like a 22 caliber that's
shooter.
like meant for like shooting. Yeah, which is
Yeah.
just like really. It's really funny to just see a guy who's because like all those guys that like they dress up like so fucking like tactical and like try to make themselves look cool and are sponsored by stuff, and it's really nice just to see a guy that's just like wearing like long Adidas sweatpants. It's like, all right guys, I'm gonna go shoot birds, I'm gonna shoot starlings because they're invasive, and then like it's a 10-minute video of him sniping at there's one video
Yeah.
where he just shoots a spider. He's like, look at this spider I shot.
I really like the idea of shooting an ant with a 22 caliber and it walks it off.
Yeah.
Like, ah,
Maybe it can it's just
crawls
carrying
back to the
the bullet.
colony.
Yeah.
It'd be funny you watch
Carrying
one of
around the
those
shell
videos
case.
and like you click it and he's like wearing like a diver suit. He's like, today we're gonna shoot stingrays, y'all. I got my BB gun. He's got his BB gun in like a plastic bag.
Yeah. We're avenging Steve Irwin because that's what he would have
Yes.
wanted. Have you ever thought of if like I would love to leave a letter to my wife after I died, and in the letter she opens it 10 years later, I'm just like, I would never want you to move on. Please don't move on. Please don't move on.
I'm leaving a letter for my wife after I die, and she's like finally strong enough to open it after like a year and a half, and it just says Gus's Christmas
Yeah,
list. This year for Christmas I would like Sarah to get
Yeah,
me.
you don't know you're gonna die, so she opens it. It's just like milk, bananas.
Yeah.
Bought my new wax stamp came in the mail today. I'm so excited to try it out.
Yeah. Yeah, the last
Yeah.
thing you say, to your wife is you always get the wrong brand of olive oil. Make sure it's this one.
It's Califia Farms oat milk. All the other stuff, the store brand stuff, is bullshit.
I told you before, Greek God has half the protein as Chobani. You have to get the Chobani Greek yogurt, okay? And not unsweetened, unflavored. That shit tastes like ass. I won't eat it. Strawberry or French vanilla.
When you order takeout, like it comes with rice. You don't need to get like a side of rice because then we have all this extra rice in the fridge that we're not gonna use. Just like think.
We just end up throwing it out. It's gonna make us sick.
And I'm tired of making fried rice. Like I don't fuck with Chinese food like that.
Here's a good selection of the videos that I found. Oh, it's loading. It's like cheap versus expensive snapping turtle trapping, small game hunting, and then it's just like the thumbnail is just like a raven in his crosshairs, hunting with the world's most powerful break barrel air rifle. He loves hunting groundhogs for some reason, and then pest
hunting
bird
$1
hunting.
snapping turtle versus hunting $10 million snapping turtle, and the $10 million snapping turtle has like sapphires in its shell and shit like that.
Yeah. It's just like it's so fun, like just to see because it like reminds you of like I don't know, it's like it's very childlike, just like you can see that he is just like limited to like what's clearly like his family's property. Like he's like probably like upper middle class but like rural, and like he's like I'm gonna kill everything on our property at least once, and they're like go
It's
crazy.
like when you're in fifth.
He's,
We're
he's
gonna
making
give
his
you.
own personal Noah's Ark of fucking animal
It's like
corpses.
when you're in fifth grade and
Yeah,
you
this is like
you try to do epic mealtime with your leftover Easter candy.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that is what it's like, but it's just all the animals on like his property. It's like
Roadkill lasagna.
I'm
Epic
gonna
mealtime.
yeah. Yeah. Trapping with the world's smallest
Yeah.
traps. It looks like it's a tiny bear trap for a mouse.
Yeah, rice and leftover slice of pizza. Epic mealtime fan edit.
Oh yeah, and then one of my favorite ones.
You're trying to make the crow swear noises over, but like you don't know how to edit, so you're just doing it. You're like,
yeah. Oh, and then I forgot one of his favorite things to do is dove hunting, which is just really funny sounding. Dove hunting.
Like
That's
very
funny.
little animal.
Yeah, fuck doves. Yeah.
But that
it's
olive
like
breaks
if
down.
Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner was more on the nose. You're going dove hunting.
Not
Anyway,
pigeon
what are our
hunting.
posts? You get
Yeah,
into the
so
posts?
I was sick last night, so I had to go into I had to scooch a little further into the backlog to go to Revenge Stories.
Yes, dude. Oh my god, I want
Oh
to
my
read this
God,
one. Can I
my
read this one?
enemies.
I saw the first
Yeah,
one and
sure.
I like immediately want to go.
Fucking enemies, man.
The title is killing me. Plot revenge against my aunt. Parentheses, please.
Well, if you say
Please.
I mean, he asked nicely. Please help me plot revenge against my aunt. Parentheses, please, sugar on top. So a couple years ago, a bit of a drug problem. Awesome.
I
way to
know,
start off
especially
a
from
revenge
a post that you think is going to come from
Yeah.
like an 11-year-old.
my
Yeah.
my aunt said she didn't take any of my bars, but I know she did.
My aunt.
Instead of trying to help,
My aunt put her Percocet in a different cabinet, and I can't go take it anymore. How do I get
Yeah.
revenge?
instead of trying to help me, my aunt and her husband used their pull in town to get me arrested. I like their pull in town. Like you can't just dial 911.
Yeah.
Hey, my nephew is tweaking like crazy in the middle of a crowded intersection. He has no pants on and he's waving a hand axe around. Can you
Yeah,
please pick him up?
The cops
and then
Ah, she pulled her
yeah, the cops,
strings.
handcuffing him
Yeah.
after he like took crocodile and ate a guy's face, and they're like, "You owe us one for this."
Yeah. I'll talk to the district attorney about making this a prosecution,
Yeah.
but you owe us.
What is this? Just because he's gay, or
His aunt just like Clay
Yeah.
Davis, where it's like, I might be willing to vote on that spending bill if you throw my nephew in the slammer.
Yeah.
his aunt is the mayor?
His aunt
Yeah, I
is
won't
the
be cutting
mayor.
any big.
His aunt is the mayor, and he was trying to break into City Hall, and that's what he
Yeah.
means by.
Break into City Hall,
He
steal
used
the
her
big pair of
pulling out.
scissors.
Yeah, no, it's like one of those like towns out in like really far western Mass that have like
Yeah,
200 people.
the mayor's a dog.
Oh yeah.
The mayor's a dog.
Yeah.
Previously, I had never been arrested in my life. Terrible experience, almost cost me my career. The case has not yet been concluded. It still might. Yeah, man, I would assume it. Oh, sorry, he's saying it might still cost him his career.
Oh.
I worry about this case every day of my life and cry often. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I've just spent this whole thing is just the fact that his aunt called the cops on him for doing drugs, and you know this is not like the
No.
first time. That's the thing. Like 100%.
Oh, God.
This is like she tried to help him the first time.
I think this is a girl, and Gus, this person's also in Pink Sisters, Sink Pissers.
Oh,
Girl
that's
in sink
fucking
pissers.
awesome.
That's the same as a fucking toilet. Like,
Yeah.
I've spent thousands on attorneys, so I had some property of mine in her house, and she basically says to me, "Get it out, or I will tell the rest of your family about your case." I want to say, tell them, but be sure you include your part in it as well. I feel as though she is jealous of me. She lives in a rundown shack and gets drunk every day. She's still the mayor. This is just what the mayor does.
Yeah.
This is
You
Fall
got owned by
River.
the fucking crypt keeper, dude.
Yeah. She's like the king of the beggars,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, no, she's like one of those like people who are like I don't know why you'd ever fucking like do coke or anything. You just get drunk and high instead. It's way cooler. And she did it because she arrested him because she thought doing coke was lame.
It's
Yeah.
expensive.
She lives in
Need to have it budget better.
a she lives in a rundown shack and gets drunk every day. What can I do to make myself feel better about this? This bitch has me contemplating suicide here. I would really like to beat the living shit out of her, but if I did, the cops would most definitely get involved, and I would upset my grandma. Please
Aw.
help. I'm a little bit worried this person is not sincere.
What do you mean? What, like, I mean,
It's a troll. I'm worried it's a troll.
no, I was looking at the account. It's pretty.
Well,
It checks out. It passes the
why
smell
would someone
test,
lie about
especially
this?
after all that.
There are a lot of like
Yeah,
really banal stuff in here. Like she's just commenting like Kmart, Blockbuster, J.C. Penney, and stuff like that.
yeah,
Those are well,
yeah. These are the
the
places that I
post
got
was
arrested
the
at.
post was what are the three best places to get high?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
what do you guys want to do? Oh, I fucked up my hair.
Yeah. I'll take one. I need ideas for revenge.
It's a good place to come.
I know it sounds petty, but hear me out. I've been dating and living with my boyfriend 24M for almost a year. Almost a year now. Last year, around July, my ex-best friend, Katie, spelled weird, 21F, left her boyfriend, who is my ex-boyfriend brother, whom she also met through me, who I knew was a great guy. Because she said he physically abused her, I felt so sorry for her and had to sleep over for a few nights. And now me and my boyfriend's flat, which is in my parents' backyard. I'm just gonna
What?
skip around because I think this is kind of sad. I just want to see if there's like I didn't pre-read this to see if it was like gonna be sad. I screwed through this one. That was gonna be like like the last
Wait,
one. It's
wait.
like my
Do you
aunt
see?
turned me in and I wanna puncture her oxygen
Do you
tank.
see this sentence here? Um,
Oh
Ever
no.
since about 2 months ago, she has been terrible. Like she would tell my boyfriend's mother stuff like, "I have lice and I have had an abortion." That bitch
That's
has
awesome
lice.
telling your.
Can't be letting her into
I
your
have
house.
lice and I have an abortion are two awesome lies to pair together.
Yeah, thanks for. I've never been pregnant before. I don't think she believes her, but other than these types of things, she's been acting like she is Miss Perfect. She's literally pretending to be someone that I and everyone I know knows her. She is not. Keep in mind, we live in the same yard, and there's nothing I can do that. Oh, so sorry. I thought the way this was going was like getting revenge on the boyfriend that was
No, it's
abusive, but no, she this
the
this
battered
person's
one.
I
really
think the idea
annoying
is the
me.
boyfriend's lying. I think the boyfriend might have, or excuse me, the girlfriend might have lied. I think
Yeah.
that's
Lied
the
on his
implication
name.
here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
name
it's
is my
I know.
name.
Yeah,
Sorry, I just finished The Wire.
I just
You guys
listened to
can't
that
tell.
Pusha T
yeah,
album.
yeah. I just
It's
finished
really
The
good.
Wire. I am what I am.
Facts.
uh, um, yeah. Let me look on here. But are there any good ideas in the comments?
This is
Why did
the
you?
thing
Oh,
is
there's
that
just
like
like
this is I thought this was revenge stories, like it's people sharing times they've had revenge, but it's just like angry people being
Yeah.
like, "Teach me how to fucking pull down my enemy's pants."
It'd be really
hmm.
good if you go into the sidebar and like the third rule is this is revenge stories. If you need help, please
Yeah,
navigate to revenge advice.
the mod, Ivan the Terrible.
I'm in the terriblest of revenge stories.
Yeah, am I the asshole just just bludgeoned my son to death and cradling him in my arms? Um. All right. Here's one.
Revenge story. A wasp stung me, so I slapped it to death.
Yeah.
Licked it like over and over again.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't even slap it. I just kind of shook my arm really hard.
Okay.
Mhm.
It flew off somewhere. I'm sure it was scared though.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to like actually get it very scared because it releases a pheromone that sends all the other wasps to your location.
I don't think that's how
I
wasps
swear to God,
work.
they have a pheromone.
No, they don't have. I'm sure they have some kind of
I
pheromone.
swear to God, I
That wouldn't stun me.
swear on my,
I don't think it's like a homing
I swear on my
pheromone
mother's
where it's
life,
like
the
we need to.
wasps have a
Hey, this
pheromone.
giant scary thing. Yo, my uncle works at the
Yeah,
beehive, and he
my
said that the
uncle works at the
wasps
wasp.
will release a
My uncle's
pheromone
a
that
fucking
summons all
idiot
of the
and tried
bees.
to tried to start his own honey business, but bought a bunch of wasps, and now he just knows a lot about wasps. I'll read this one. I want to hear what people think of my revenge plan. Long story short, some
Shall it?
hello, kitty.
Don't swear on my life.
Oh.
Um, long story short, some couches that are super sentimental to me got taken away by my aunt, who works at the same furniture store my parents got them from like 20 years ago because my parents were too darn stubborn to say no to the $70,000 couches my rich uncle was asking us if we wanted, even though we had no room for them and had to rearrange and derail the entire living room and get rid of a cabinet that we filled with sentimental stuff to make room. And it's so uncomfortable and awful.
You can take out the sentimental stuff.
Sentimental stuff like
It's so
You don't have to
awful.
get rid of everything in the
sentimental stuff
cabinet.
like plates
Yeah, that's a.
and glasses.
Yep. No, you have to throw the
You
whole
have to.
cabinet
I mean,
out.
how do you take stuff out of a
That's what
cabinet?
Marie Kondo says. Yeah, we had that cabinet with all the dishes that were about to fall, so we just.
Um, first, I threw all the pillows on the ground and stomped on them with my bare, dirty feet before I took a shower that day, so they'd be even dirtier when the stomping started. Then once I start my new job soon, I'm going to buy them back and put them in a secret storage locker. Then eventually in the future, when I have kids, I'll let my baby child spit up directly on the couch.
Secret storage
A
locker.
secret storage locker. It's underground.
Yeah.
It's my bunker.
Yeah.
That would suck if you.
Yeah, I feel like this German man and I may have been a little confused about what each other meant by SS locker because now
Oh
all of my
yeah.
stuff is in a place I'm not
It would have.
comfortable.
Well, it would suck if like the nuclear bombs went off and you go down to your bunker and you forget that you've been using it as a secret storage container and there are a bunch of couches and chairs in there.
I do need to briefly interrupt. This is a first video episode we've been
Uh-huh.
doing in a while. And Griffin's cat was just licking her
No,
hoo
she's
ha
licking her
on
leg.
camera. You could see it. No,
It's
it
her
was her hoo
complete
ha.
leg.
It was her pussy
It was
pussy.
not.
It was. Okay, sorry. Go on.
What am I saying? Then eventually in the future, when I have kids, I'll let my baby child spit up directly on the couch, or the alternative, I'll sell them on Marketplace for a poor price and have them hauled away when my parents are at home, thus completing the revenge. Because apparently my godfather and grandfathers plus grandmother holding me as a baby, and two of those people dying more recently isn't enough to keep them. And apparently my feelings are not important, and I don't matter with decisions anymore.
Old is the person when they're still
I
doing the
know,
apparently thing.
but
Like that's something you do when you're
Um.
mad at your friends when you're 14.
Yeah, I'm looking at their profile, and I think they might be on the younger side.
someone
They're
said
posting a lot in like they're posting a lot in Fortnite and like r/Phineas and Ferb.
I mean, it could be a 26-year-old. That absolutely 26-year-olds
that
go
could be
ape shit for
Dr.
Phineas and
Doofenshmirtz,
Ferb.
bro. You could
Yeah.
wants to
Yeah,
learn
but they're
more
like
about
they're
Phineas
like
and
getting
Ferb.
mad. They're getting mad that like a TV show was recently canceled on like the Disney Channel, and like they seem to not
Like,
quite
well, they said they had their own
understand.
living room, though, right?
Their own my own
Maybe.
living
I
room.
don't know. Yeah.
I have my own living room.
Well, if that means they have their own
Yeah.
apartment, I'm assuming.
Well, then I don't really understand this
All
story.
right.
But someone says, WTF, maybe you need to tell us a long story because your short one makes 0 sense. And OP says, it's too long.
Griffin, you were cutting out a little bit while you were reading that, and I had no idea what was going on. And I'm only just realizing that didn't have anything to do with you cutting out. It's just that this is completely incomprehensible and impossible to follow.
Doesn't make any sense. I mean, I think
Like, I'm glad it's not just me.
she, they stomped on the pillows with their dirty feet. I mean, that's revenge enough.
Got it. All right, maybe this person is just a child. Anyway, I'm gonna go make fun of another teenager.
I hate
This is how can I fuck him
They
up?
said they were 23, by the way. I looked at their profile. They were 23-year-old.
Okay, come on. That's too old
Yeah.
to be doing the apparently
Yeah,
thing.
but
That
then
expires when you turn
like
20.
just graduate college, you move back in with your parents, and you're like, fuck. Mom told me I can't make a peanut butter sandwich at
Apparently,
11:30 p.m.
Yeah.
because she has work in the morning.
Dude, I just moved back in with my parents, and I suddenly can't scream at video games
Yeah.
at 12:30 anymore. They keep telling me to get out of bed after 10:30 in the morning.
Fuck is her problem.
Anyway, this is how can I fuck him up. There's this kid in my class named Demarion. He was going around telling people I'm ugly. However, okay, I'm not even exaggerating. I wish he was. But if he took one of those person to animal filters, it would be a
Holy
naked
crap.
mole rat. I'm not even joking. He looks like a naked mole rat with a wig of dreads. Oh, fuck.
Oh. So wait, is this like a I'm just imagining like the twins from the Matrix, like the white twins with dreads.
It's really funny to imagine this is a white
Yeah.
person. Yeah. It's just a white
It's-
A white kid
Demarion just
named
got back
It's
from
funny to
Demarion.
it's funny to imagine there's like a middle schooler dressed up like those twins from the Matrix.
I
Just
feel like
walk-
that's something I was very close to doing. I like the Matrix Reloaded a lot.
Yeah, no, but they were in
That's what
like
those guys
suits.
Those guys
weren't
are
they?
cool. Yeah, they
Yeah.
wear white suits.
No, they're sick as hell.
Yeah, no,
We're
no, I'm
the
just
only
saying
white
it's
people who can make dreads work.
What are they up to
And
now?
I do not commend Lana Wachowski for trying to do it herself.
yeah.
No.
He looks like a naked mole rat with a wig of dreads. You could probably find at Party City or Goodwill. This kid's clearly not old enough to know he's being
I
racist.
know.
It's
Yeah.
making me laugh
Well, he
so
could
hard.
also be of
Is
a
he
race.
but he is old enough to know what Party City is.
Yeah.
Party City is not like something you need to be that old to know.
No, I know,
I feel
I'm just
like-
I'm kidding.
He's-
They're one of
Here
those
was-
companies that goes bankrupt every 6 months because they like torture their
Because it's not
employees with
Halloween.
rat traps.
I do feel like
Yeah,
I've
'cause
seen
it's-
Party City go bankrupt like 3 different times. That's true.
Yeah.
I gave them a loan last time.
Okay.
They're doing okay.
You gave them a loan. Here's $20. Okay, so here was my plan. My school has a page called Almost Friday, and it's basically a page of making fun of people. Let's be real, we've all made at least one appearance, and I had 2 ideas. One, put a picture of a naked mole rat and him next to each other and lay them around the school where there are no cameras, or upload the photo to Almost Friday. I know it's mean, but I don't care. He started it.
What did he do?
And I do want to read the top comment here, which is being named Demarion is
Aw,
punishment enough.
No. I like it.
Not really, man. That's
kinda cool,
That's kind
yeah.
of a cool name. I'm rocking with it. The only Demarion who comes to my mind immediately is a linebacker for the Cowboys, and I think he's
Yeah.
at least decent.
That's who was bullying. He was coming. He was like taking time off the
this
Cowboys
middle
to bully
schooler was
this.
being bullied by Demarion Overshone.
Yeah,
A white
It's-
version of Demarion Overshone was bullying the shit out of this kid.
yeah. No, I just like the idea that you're like he's like wearing the suit and he has like the little glasses that the twins of the Matrix have, and he's like not even really talking as he like bullies you. He's just doing like flips.
Yeah, no, he can still phase through walls.
Yeah,
Every school has that.
He
just phases through a wall and
he's
pulls
like,
your
your shit
pants.
is whack, and then he disappears
Yeah.
through the wall.
Every
again.
school has that
Yeah.
pair of silent twins. Silent badass twins. I went to Breaking Bad high school, so it's really rough.
I should watch Better Call Saul.
Pretty
again.
good.
I love myself some Lalo Salamanca. I just love that
Lalo's
guy's
the
performance
best,
so
man.
much. Lalo's so fucking cool, man. I had a really stupid high thought the other day, which I was really embarrassed of when I woke up, which was that I thought that like Lalo is like if you combined Avon Barksdale and Marlowe, which doesn't make sense at all, and is clearly
He's
just a
more-
result of
he's
me having
crazier
finished
than
The
Joker.
Wire and also having seen another
Yeah.
show.
He's crazier than Joker and Batman combined, basically. Werner Ziegler.
I think that's what like Elon say. He's just like everything is like Batman and Joker in LA right now. That is what it is like.
Joe Mazzulla said that. He said he
Yeah.
watches The
Joe
Dark
Mazzulla
Knight
said
all the
that.
time, and he was moved by how similar Batman and the Joker are.
They are basically the same.
No, I mean they're
when you
the
think
same. They're
about
the
it.
same color.
Yeah, they're the
They're the same color hair.
They wear the
They're
same clothes.
They're the same. Yeah, same actor.
I'm the Gotham City cop who keeps asking people, "Hey, is it hard to tell Batman and
Yeah.
the Joker apart since they all wear the same clothes?"
I'm still not living down the
They
time
look the fucking same.
the
to
time
me.
I accidentally tased Batman. And oh, dude, if you ever accidentally put up the Joker signal, you're in it for a world of fucking trouble. Commissioner Gordon will chew you out.
Are
Do you
you
guys
kidding
want
me? Do you
to?
know what we've got to deal with? They're just like dealing with a separate supervillain already, and they're like, all right, now the fucking Joker's coming through also.
I'll
Like
read
the
one
Joker
more.
gets mad about it. He's like, "Oh
Jesus
fuck this
Christ.
fucking shit again." Okay, I'll go terrorize a church or some
I'll go
fucking
do
shit.
something comic. I'll probably throw a
I'll
big
put
pie at the president's face. And there's acid in the
yeah,
pie.
I don't know. I'll put laughing drugs in the water
Yeah.
supply or something.
I'm gonna give
Uh,
Batman this can of regular peanuts.
so I have one more from Revenge Stories, and then I also have some from r/slash heartbreak because it's a bit mishmash. But set a trap for pot plants, thieves, not thieves, thieves. I had someone last year break, spelled like what a car has, into my yard at night and steal over 1,500 in weed plants, and that's just the cost of seeds and soil,
Oh
so
my
on.
god.
This year, I left male pot plants infested with biting insects and other nasty stuff, and I made sure overtook the plants. Thripes that bite humans and might, I really made sure they would regret it. Left those plants out. Sure enough, last night someone tried to rob me. They fell over a chair, busted themselves down my stairs on the walkway. Walkway is capitalized for some reason. I van see where they fell. All four male pot plants infested with biting insects they are unaware of. After falling into the plants, they threw the chair. Hour of anger, and they did not get the plants. They did get one hell of a fall and covered in bites bugs. Now they have pot plants. They will infest their own crops in time for harvest. Dot 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 dot. Wahahaha. Wahahaha.
Dude, I think I
Luck, I
might
did
have
not
bug
see.
bets.
Yeah, luck. I
Just
did
tiny little
not see
bets.
them. They would have been getting that click clack, not just bug bites. This person's account was deleted.
Got eaten
This
by
is I,
bugs.
I love this entire.
And someone just said, it sounds like halfway through the story you get drunk and high at the same time. And the OP is deleted, unfortunately. It says, yes, it was 5 a.m. when I wrote this, so yes, I was drunk. I was high and drunk. How do you wake up? Also, it's Reddit. Don't take spelling so seriously.
Yeah, of course it was. I was drunk and high. It was 5 in the
Yeah.
morning.
I was
What
going
else
to
is
work.
supposed to
More
be at 5
about-
Of
a.m.?
course I had trouble spelling this. I was
wanna know
driving
more
to
about
work.
Yeah, I have to get up really early because I need to work out.
I
before
get up.
work.
I have to
Of
get
course I
up
was
really
drunk
early
and
for my
high.
shift at the ER.
Yeah.
I do. This whole thing is like how you fantasize about stopping a robber when
Yeah.
you're 10 years old. It's
Yeah.
like you're like, I'm gonna have a bug-themed Home
my
Alone
bug
trap for
plant.
him.
Home Alone took all the good traps.
I like the,
I'm gonna harvest all the scorpions in the neighborhood, and I'm gonna put them in a big tub, and I'm gonna trick him into falling into it.
so it's like, that was like so incredibly hard to understand, but it sounds like he just has these like weed plants out on his like front porch, and last time he didn't, just his regular weed plants, but this time he just infested them with like
Yeah,
mites
he
and
got
like
bug
ticks.
plants. He crossbred
bug
weed with a
plants,
bug and made a bug leaf plant.
A stink
Yeah.
bug, yeah.
That's how you make a stink bug.
Yeah. All right, who wants to read one of these heartbreaks?
I'll go.
Giffen turn.
There's only one, but
Oh.
actually there's two now.
Today,
Oh Jesus, they're doubling. Soon there'll be
oh
4.
fuck, we're at 16. Today someone sent me a photo of my husband's penis in a text message. I got married, in my opinion, on April 18th. In my opinion. I mean, who fucking knows?
Can we
I
agree to
basically got
disagree
married.
on the date we got married?
I got married.
We forgot our anniversary.
It's just how I feel. I got married on the 18th. I don't know if you feel that way. It was just my birthday, but like it was such a good party, I felt like it was a wedding. I got married, in my opinion, on April 18th. I'm not sure, but my favorite part about getting married is driving to Clark County and listening to music, and then on the way back, I listened to the Eminem album that has Superman on. I forgot it has the red curtains. I forgot the title. That was my favorite day, like when that was the day my son was born, and then there was the day I got married. Nothing has been right since I got married. Today I got a picture of my husband's penis from an unknown number and the fucking coward would not pick up. I'm pretty sure I have the phone and I'm pretty sure I smashed it and my husband wouldn't even let me talk about it. He won't even let me ask him about it. I can't discuss it at all. And I'm really hurt. I'm really mad. I'm really upset he was victimized too because he said something. He set himself up. He fucking trusted somebody. He never, this is a thing about love. People, I think about love and betrayal and sometimes love you and you're crazy. They will do things to the person
I
you
don't.
love to hurt you. And when you betrayed someone, when you hurt someone, they will do things to the person you love to hurt you. So when you're out there running on the streets thinking you're all
What the
cool and everything's
fuck
great
is happening?
and everything's great.
I don't know how to riff on this because I
Oh, my
cannot
nose
follow
is
anything
bleeding.
that's going on.
Out
Yeah,
there running in the streets thinking you're all
I think
cool and
that
everything's great. You're ending up hurting the person you love the most because that's the one they're going to go after. Fuck you, fucking dick pic. Fuck you, fucking bitch. Fuck your phone. Don't ever bring her to my house again.
Is this like a
I think
badly dictated, like fucking speech to text style thing that
yeah,
happened here? I can't
Griffin. I
imagine
think
anything
you
else going on.
Griffin, I think you cut out for the best part, which is the part about how I'm not sure, but my favorite part about getting married is driving to Clark County, listening to music, and then on the way back, I listened to the Eminem album that has
Yeah.
Superman on. So she's just like listening to Eminem, and then
Those
I guess
classic
like learns
So
how
only
the
to
after
wedding
you're
music.
married activities.
yeah.
Listening to the fucking
Oh wait,
what's that song?
Venom.
you
Yeah.
Venom.
No, it's the
Soldier Boy, you.
it's like the you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
I
That's the
never
one I was
really
thinking
got
of.
into
Yeah,
Eminem like that. I was an edgy child, but
Yeah, me
Eminem
neither.
was too scary even
your
for
fat
me.
ass definitely got into
I did get into some
Eminem.
M&Ms. I can't lie. Some peanut M&Ms
Hey.
at the movies.
I'm
Fuck.
sorry.
All right. As the
Yeah.
only non-member of Size, I will not be speaking over Charlie or Griffin at this time.
Okay.
The cat's
I
licking
also on the
pussy on butt.
sidebar it was suggested. I'm incredibly emaciated. You haven't seen it yet, but I'm really emaciated.
This thin. It really hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys are being so yeah, you gonna call me fat? Yeah. I'm passing out at
Yeah.
work because I don't have enough
I'm anemic.
nutrients.
yeah.
It's
I
really
actually,
bad, actually.
yeah.
I had an
I
oat
have,
I'm
I
for
have
lunch
undergoing
a I have a
today.
15,000 follower alt account on eating disorder Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Posting pictures of my leg and like from the side so it looks like just a line. I'm 2D.
yeah.
Greg Griffin's posting pictures of him stuffing both legs into
God, it
one
would be so funny.
medium-sized pant leg.
God, it would be so funny if one of the
Yeah.
ED Twitter people were revealed to be like a really fat 30-year-old man.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
just like they fuck up their they forget to switch accounts from their eating disorder account and their SEC burner account, and they get
Yeah.
completely SSI from their eating disorder
They
Twitter
accidentally.
because they post like a picture of like 5 beers they drank in an
Yeah.
hour with no
They post a
friends.
screenshot of some like
And
SED.
all of
they,
the girlies are like, that's like 500
they post a
calories, right?
screenshot of some like
Yeah.
normal looking woman to make fun of them and they're getting a text confirming their DoorDash order of like 100 sliders from White Castle.
Yeah. I'm on Southeastern Conference disorder Twitter, so I call a bitch.
Southeast.
I say I'm sick of this fat bitch, and then I get on my alt and I say I'm also sick of this fat
Yeah.
bitch.
I've accidentally posted a picture of my boiled steak
Yeah.
on an unused cutting board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
doing a crossover where my fucking I've got like a Twitter display name that's like Anna the Twig Hutch or something like that.
Yeah, and my other account is called like the Memphis
It's like
Murderer.
Robbie too
Yeah.
damn cocaine. Yeah.
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 The guy
It's
who
like I
pulled
love
on
putting
okay.
stuff in women's
Yeah.
Yeah. I love putting stuff in women's
Alex
drinks.
B anemic.
Yeah. The SEC Twitter and ED Twitter meetup is like so dangerous because you never know what someone will put in your warm glass
Yeah.
of water while you're not looking because that could. Because it's like it's tough because like GHB has so many calories. That's the issue.
They try to roofie one of the eating disorder Twitter girls and she just dies.
No, they're just
She
passing
grows
out on
up.
their own. And you're like, I didn't even
Yeah.
check out the fucking
Yeah, it's
GHB
like,
yet.
that one wasn't even me.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Another one I've been thinking about is like, or I think I was talking to you guys about this, but like a PSL burner guy. Like you're an SEC. You're like really involved in protest movements, but then you're also like an SEC burner.
Yeah.
Like that's just
yeah, you're
And you're just like trying to juggle those two things. Like, yeah, you're just
Why
on
do
one
PSL
account.
members PSL
Yeah.
members can
Just
just like sit around and name the most random revolutionaries for like an hour? It's awesome.
yeah. Yeah, it's
Hating
just like check
AOC
out.
for anti-electoral reasons, and so you post a
Yeah,
picture of her just captioned, "I hate this sellout liberal hog. Look at how fat she's
yeah,
gotten."
calling AOC a fat bitch,
I'm the eating
calling her a
disorder.
fat roasty because she.
I'm the eating disorder candidate running for mayor in New York, and when they asked me what my bagel order was, I just threw up.
yeah.
I'm not.
Well, anyway, this is
Um.
why are women evil? I
So
gave
on the
everything to
sidebar,
I gave everything to her, everything
Oh
she
my
wanted. I
god.
did whatever she told me, but she broke up with me, and I don't understand
No.
why. She told me I had no ambition and no goals in my life. Fuck. Just spelled it out perfectly in the first
Man, I
sentence.
lost $10,000
Dude,
on
I-
FanDuel. What the fuck is wrong with women?
Dude, I dedicated my entire life to her, and she said I needed to be interested in other stuff? No. I don't have any other hobbies. Um, which is not true. I work harder than
Whoa.
everyone else, and she was my goals. I wanted to give her the whole world. That was my first relationship with someone. We were 6 months together, and she broke up with me 2 weeks ago, and I still can't get over her. I'm turning 18. Okay.
Well, why are women
This
evil?
year, and I feel so empty and depressed. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. 18's too old to
Yep.
be doing this. This is 15-year-old behavior. This is 14-year-old behavior. If you're going to be going to college soon, you got to be
Yeah.
over this sort of thing.
Mhm.
Anyway, this has been most controversial. Teaches non-toxic
We
masculinity.
should have
Yeah.
like a children's show.
Um.
Can we perform at like a?
Yeah.
Can we perform at like an elementary school assembly? That's our first live show.
I want
Yeah.
to collab with Miss Rachel. I
Oh
want
my
to have
god,
Miss
Miss
Rachel
Yeah.
on
Rachel,
the pod.
please.
Well, one of like the predator catcher guys I was like looking at, like one of them did manage to like
Miss
finesse
Rachel
his
being
way.
a predator
You were
catcher.
looking
Yeah,
at them
Miss
from your
Rachel's
car
being
in
a
the parking lot of a Target, realizing something's not right
yeah,
with your meeting.
yeah. It was just like a clearly disabled guy watching Miss Rachel. It's like, why are you watching this, you piece of shit? You're trying to relate to kids.
I love the idea of Miss Rachel doing like breaks in her shows where she just checks all the windows and
Yeah.
runs around like macing guys who are outside
Yeah.
and tries to get them to eat the spiciest pepper in the world.
Yeah, no, she's just doing like all. No, but there was like he was like doing. Like he was like, I'm doing a speech at a school, and it was like so funny because I have no idea how he managed to convince like a school to, because literally this guy's qualification is like, I recently got out of jail and I try to catch predators, and then the pictures on his social media are like of him just like riding his one wheel around Detroit, like those
It's
like, I don't know.
on a unicycle.
Yeah, no, but like the
all
douchebag
the
version of a
nose going
unit.
like, stop it. Chuckling.
No, it's like the douchebag version of a
Yeah,
unicycle though, like those, those like the one wheels. Yeah.
He's like juggling 4 different phones that all have a different incriminating screenshot on them.
Yeah.
I'm sawing predators in half.
Yeah.
Predator catching magician.
But it was like it was so funny because it was clear that like
he's got like a never-ending handkerchief that's all just like pictures of Snapchat DMs, and he keeps pulling it out.
Yeah, like he rips up the Snapchat DMs and he's like, okay, they're destroyed, and he goes like this in their back. Big puff of
Yeah.
smoke.
A dove flies out of his hat and it picks up the pedophile and drops him in the river.
Yeah. But it was like it was clear that like whatever this school was, like they were like, well, we couldn't afford to do like show the kids a snake day, so we just have a guy from Instagram to come give us.
Well, he was probably like, oh, I'm teaching kids
like,
how not to talk to pedophiles.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I just wanted to say that being a pedophile is fucked.
These people are
And,
fucking
like,
shit.
Yeah, these are shit.
You're lower than the fucking shit on the floor on the
And if you
ground.
talk to a pedophile, you're like a
Yeah.
bad kid. Like you weren't gonna make it anyway.
Yeah. busting the kids for
You're
talking to
just you're like
pedophiles.
you're doing like anti pedophilia fucking speeches to like kids and teaching them about predators, but you're just going like, you fall for that? Are you fucking
I was I,
stupid? What are you dumb? He's got a van.
oh
Okay,
oh he's so
well,
cool
fucking
he can bring
Einstein over
beer. You don't
here.
even like beer. You're 12.
Oh, you're one of the
Yeah.
gifted kids. Are you sure
Yeah,
about that? What are you
a
dumb?
former gifted kid. I was thinking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy that I was.
A former gifted kid getting molested by a former.
Gi-
it,
gifted kid burner.
yeah, it's crazy that I was never molested because I wouldn't have told anyone. I would have kept that shit under law.
I
Yeah.
don't know why you're telling me
I was
this.
just thinking about it. It's crazy that it
Yeah,
never happened to me.
now you're gonna get
I know.
molested.
This has been on your mind for like a
Well, I think
couple
it's really
of
funny. Like
days.
I'm like a franchise victim. You know, you sign
Yeah.
me, you're set. 10 years. I'm not telling anybody. I'll bring my friends over because I don't know any better.
Would have been the goat
I
victim if
know
not
for
for injuries.
injuries.
His career got cut short when he suddenly
I
aged
would
4 years in 1 week.
I would have been the goat. Yeah,
Got some kind of Benjamin Button
yeah. He went on
illness.
the spaceship in Interstellar. He went to the planet, the water planet.
He played the song of Double Time on his ocarina and it cut his
Yeah, I
career
would have been the
short.
goat victim if not for good parents. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
There was also I also on the sidebar there was something there was Ask Men Relationships. Uh, I'll read this one, and then I think I have some other ones. Having sex with an unattractive woman. Men, could you have sex with a woman you don't find attractive? I'm not talking about a one night thing. I'm talking about multiple times a week for weeks. Doing it in the dark does help? Question mark. Can men really act like that when they're desperate? Jesus, man. I've done it a couple times because I value enthusiasm greatly, and that's from user the spare son,
Fair son. I'm that extra one.
which is yeah, which is like another thing that like that's like another thing that you need if you're like a molestation franchisee, like
Yeah,
Griffin.
a draft prospect.
Um,
I'm gonna get molested overseas for a year and hopefully develop because I can't find rotation minutes. Pedophiles got a pretty
yeah.
stacked roster already.
Mm-hmm. Let me find uh another one from this because it's really good. Oh yeah, wait here. This is good. Um,
Whenever
da, da,
guys
da, da,
ask
da,
like, "Would
da,
you have
da,
sex with an
da.
unattractive woman on here?" It always has the same cadence of like, "Would you eat like a homeless guy's boogers if it tasted good?"
Yeah. Oh, I thought like the cadence is like it's like would you help a homeless man even if he
Well,
smelled bad?
I had a catastrophic blunder today. A homeless guy asked me for change, and I accidentally said, "I don't have any money either." I felt really bad.
Oh.
I was
Dude,
just,
are you fucking.
I know, I felt so terrible.
Yeah, the dude coming home from his job was like, yeah, we're basically in the same boat, dude.
I meant I
Suffer
didn't have any
so
cash on me,
hard.
but like, I felt so fucking bad. Yeah, bro, we're
And
one
he
of the
says that and
same.
just like hops in it like a really fancy Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's walking out of a convenience store literally with like a bucket of candy, like it's overflowing
Yeah.
out of his arms. He's like, sorry man, I got
Whole
nothing on
roll of
me.
scratchers. Oh, I should start giving homeless guys scratchers. That would make them feel even worse. But the one homeless guy that wins $25,000 on the scratcher, can you imagine?
It's your fucking problem. I'm gonna do bad stuff to you.
Like
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
make you
give you
hurt.
scratchers. Yeah, what? Like give him scratchers?
No, I'm gonna set him on fire.
Yeah.
I just
After he
make
wins
it
the
was a social
scratchers, how
faux
tragic
pas. It
is
was a
that?
Larry David type of bad moment of talking. It's not like the worst thing in the world
Yeah.
what I did to that man.
Griffin just casually like, yeah, you know that really stupid thing I said kind of makes me comparable to one of the best comic geniuses alive. You
It
know,
does.
really big oopsie on
He
my
would, yeah,
part.
he couldn't think of
No, it
that.
Yeah.
doesn't.
He couldn't. I outmatched him.
No,
I
you
did.
didn't. He would
Who wants
he
to
would
read one of
destroy you with a swift mental
Larry David used to
riposte.
feature in my dreams
yeah.
heavily, and in the dreams, I would always like he would always like get approached by a crowd of people and like run and hide, and I would always be like, "Damn, Larry David's kind of a bitch."
I was I was really, really bored on like a work from home day a while back, and I saw that somebody had uploaded the entirety of the Zucker Brothers superhero movie
Hmm.
to YouTube, and I was like, sure, what the fuck? I'll watch all of superhero movie. Um, and it was 99% like insane dog
Right.
shit, like what you'd expect. But there's like one really good joke in here, where like there's like a big like explosion where somebody's robbing a bank and like the Uncle Ben character gets like rocketed back by the explosion, and it cuts to like a crowd all gathered around, but none of them care about him. They're all just watching this like performing monkey on the street.
That's good.
It's like, shit, dude, that's really good.
Yeah, watching
I
the
was so mad it
watching the
actually got a
silver
laugh
painted
out of me.
robot man.
Yeah.
It's
So
like there's
in
like
the
one good joke somebody donated to this movie.
in the comments on one of these, there's someone who's like trying to, they're like using Reddit, but they're also like trying to advertise their like website through using like the profile normally, this thing called cheatingtest.com, or it's just like a loyalty test or whatever. It's just like bullshit. But
Oh, it's not
they
like for
com
tests.
It's not like
I thought it
no
was
no
like an academic fraud thing.
but they commented on an Ask Reddit post where someone just says, "What makes a guy instantly unattractive?" And cheatingtest.com just said poverty.
Yep.
Which I would think that like being disloyal for like, them would be the deal breaker, but I guess it's
No, it's
poverty.
poverty.
You know
At
what?
least
You
for
know
one
what
of the
song
Ask
I really hate about loving a guy who's
what?
impoverished is that Two Princes song. That's like one of the worst songs I've ever heard. And I don't know why it sticks around with me so
Oh
much, but
yeah,
I
no,
really fucking hate it.
I liked I joined like the Melanie Mac Discord server and then like the Daily Wire Discord server, and I would just go in there in like their music channel and say like post like Two Princes and say this is probably the best song of all time, and then try to get them to argue with me.
Oh,
But like
I'm
they were just
spamming Sabaton links in the Melanie Mac Discord, but I
yeah
accidentally
no
make like
no
a
no
bunch of
that they
real
would
friends who I start caring
Yeah.
about.
they would
Like
love
they're
Sabaton.
misunderstood.
Yeah, I was just making myself laugh so just like it's just like it has to just be like shitty enough but well known enough. It's like yeah, like just arguing. It's like no, dude, this is the best song of all time. It's like Two Princes and then Living
And
on a
Take Me
Prayer.
Out
I think that
by
was
Franz Ferdinand.
yeah. I think the other
It's
one I
actually a
did was
real
like
good song. No, that one's
Do you
good.
guys know who Teddy
yeah, no, I
Swims
was
is?
like it was like this.
I
Vaguely.
found out
No.
about him recently. He he I watched a YouTube short of him, and it was a Barstool thing, and they were like, "How did you come up with your name?" And he went, "I've been Teddy for a long time, so that part was pretty easy." But Swims stands for someone who isn't me sometimes.
Oh,
Isn't that
fuck
fucking sick?
off.
Makes more
Jeez.
makes more money than my entire family combined
Got
will
like
ever make in their whole
a
lives.
God.
And
I feel like I just
this is
saw
like a
baby in a
senator.
microwave.
Yeah, Teddy Swims is like a senator name. Teddy Swims
Yeah.
filibustered for 18
Yes.
hours against raising the federal minimum wage.
Yeah. Teddy Swims helped pass the federal
That's a
ban on
good.
child labor in
The Democrats should
1906.
elect like a singer or senator, so when they filibuster, they can do a big concert and everyone rolls out.
The
Oh, so
Democrats'
he's
next presidential nominee should be his name should be the Dark One.
Yeah.
yeah.
His whole thing is like he's an evil wizard.
Oh, so this guy's just like Jelly
Yeah,
Roll.
he is literally
Okay.
just like a carbon
He's like-
copy
Is he?
of
Okay.
Jelly Roll. Like they,
Okay.
No, he's like low fat.
he's also like it's like him,
Looking at
Jelly
him.
Roll,
Well, that takes away from
Rag
the
and
charm.
Bone Man.
Like Jelly Roll's got the
Yeah.
whole fat thing.
Yeah, no, this is like this is I don't know, like toast with some jam on it.
Yeah. Jelly Roll just like goes on like Ozempic and loses all the weight and gets jacked, and he changes his artist name to Dumbbell Beef.
Yeah, I think Jelly Roll is losing. I don't know.
Changing my name to Protein Bar.
I get.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about Jelly Roll against my will because of how much Tom talks about him and how much he like retweets those posts where it's like Jelly Roll's like I'm gonna Dutch up.
Dude,
with my
those posts are
wife.
so fucking awesome.
And it was like,
I love smelling my wife's
It was supposed
farts.
to like April of 2020. He posted that.
Yeah, talking about
I do think like when like fat celebrities get like really really famous, they all end up losing weight because it's just like there's nothing else left to accomplish in their lives.
yeah, they're so busy.
It's like
Yeah,
they're
that's what
already so
Jonah
rich
Hill
and they already
did.
have like every need fulfilled that it's like that's the only thing that can like present any kind of challenge.
Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, people also search for Jelly Roll, Benson Boone, Post Malone. I feel like they should like unite under some kind of like federation of just
I don't agree
just
that
to,
Post Malone belongs in there because he's like been around long enough that he doesn't seem made up. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't like
yeah, but
Benson Boone sounds like somebody like you make up as a joke to make fun of
the
pop stars.
Mormon,
Like
the
Post
oh
Mormon
Malone is only
flipper.
yeah,
I okay. Post Malone's like the opposite of fucking what's his name, Theo Von, because I assume Post Malone was like 45, but he's 29 years old.
yeah. No, he's not that old. He just likes looking like that.
I think it's because he was in beer commercials that I assumed he had to be in his
He had to
40s.
be 21.
No, he only got in
Yeah,
beer commercials when he started making country
Yeah,
music. I think
him and Shane Gillis.
because he
yeah,
was like a rapper.
Yeah,
Once
White
upon a time,
Iverson,
which is
buddy.
crazy to think about.
yeah. No, that's how he.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when I started
Yeah.
that's what
balling, I
they.
was young.
That song is good.
Anyway, who wants to read Ask Men
Um,
Relationships? Maybe
Griffin,
we.
yeah.
Yeah, Ask Men Relationships. I keep Dutch ovening my wife.
um, let's.
My wife's pussy no longer pones my dick. What do I do?
Yeah, yeah.
I had husband. No, hellified porn relation. No, hellified porn addiction. Oh, this is long. Just
Hellified?
hellified. They say it again. Just 4 days ago, I found out that my 47 husband, 55, has a hellified porn addiction. I noticed that he was following a private account on IG that had a provocative profile picture. When I called and asked him about it, he deleted it as I was talking to him on the phone, and so he said he didn't know what I was talking about. He continued to.
Griffin, you were cutting out like
I
crazy,
know, I
dude.
can see me cutting out. Um,
Okay.
It's okay. We're reading along, so it,
yeah,
like,
it's
filters
picking
Oh,
up
yeah.
on the
out.
Audacity, so the
Okay.
listener
Yeah.
experience is fine. When I called and asked him about it, he deleted it as I was talking to him on the phone, and he said he didn't know what I was talking about. He continued to gaslight me until the next day when I get into his Google account and saw everything. I saw that he starts to look at porn stars an hour after getting to his office and continues to on and off until it's time to go home. Then when he gets home, he does a few chores and then disappears to our bedroom where he ignores me for the rest of the night. I'm in the living room working on my
Oh man.
I'm in the living room working on my laptop while watching TV. I saw that he searched for real girls in our city. When I confronted him with what I found, he started confessing only.
He gets to one, he just snaps his fingers. He's like, "Why another fake girl?
He tries to touch her, his hand goes right
Hey,
through
it
her.
was another paper mache doll."
He says he searched for girls in our city out of curiosity, and that he had no intention of trying to meet anyone.
What do they
Just to
look
see
like
what's
around
up.
here? I don't know.
I'm
That's
just like a
so
curious
funny,
guy.
man.
You figure you would catch on to that after X
Yeah.
years of marriage.
This is why you married me, because
This
of
is
my curious
inquisitive
mind.
spirit. I'm just not for the BS anymore, and him wanting me to ignore common sense and believe him instead. I can't do it. The lying is pissing me off worse than when he is lying about. It insults my intelligence. He called a therapist on his own, but I still don't want to be stuck in a marriage where I'm expected to do a bunch of emotional homework and policing him to keep him honest. A little background: he is a recovering drug addict with 30 plus years sober. He still has compulsions he can't control, like a few years ago when he was addicted to one of those medieval war games on his phone. He spent $1,000 in one day buying gold coins.
This I want to just say this husband sounds cool as shit. I
Uh,
like him.
skipping around. Um,
This is who Jelly Roll makes music for.
yeah, it really is. That's the best part, the ending on him becoming addicted to Clash of Clans. The rest is just kind of sad.
Yeah,
You know, I
I'm his
can't
third
trust
wife,
my
I love him with
husband.
all
I'm
my heart.
crying. Blah blah blah.
Someone says he will be okay. Leave him.
He'll be okay.
Yeah,
It's so sick
Seems a bit
to watch porn at the
a
office.
bit much. Yeah, she said like she got into his Gmail, and I was just imagining he like opens up a Google Doc with like a picture of a pussy in it, and he's like, "Nice."
Yeah, like an ASCII art pussy.
Yeah,
Fucking
just like
best.
two circles.
Yeah. Oh my god, I found it. I found my husband's
also-
calculator, and everything changed.
Yeah, 8,005 every
God
day.
damn, the number that ruined my life.
I like the hellified porn addiction because
That is such a cool
It makes
word.
it sound like. Well, because it makes it sound like it's like made Greek, like like
Yeah.
I've Hellenized
My
my porn
Hellenic porn
addiction,
addiction.
and it's Yeah, Hellenic porn addiction is what being on the TL is, actually. It's when you're
Yeah.
really... I'm really into Greek style porn. Getting, Your Honor, I was only looking at Greek style porn, and that's why it was on my
Yeah.
hard drive. Oh, one of our friends in a group chat was saying that apparently in like CP cases and like fucking courtrooms, because they obviously don't want to have that on like hard drives, that detectives or in like
Yeah,
police,
prosecutors, they have a
agencies,
special.
or yeah, prosecute, they just have like a special vault.
They have a special
that
little
they-
goon cave to
which-
look at
yeah,
CSA.
which like
CSAM.
seems like the best. It seems like the best option, but it also does open up the possibility for
Oh my god,
like
yeah, like
a
the
really fucked up Ocean's
yes,
11.
exactly.
It's like,
One last
look,
job.
you're keeping. Yeah, one last job.
This is like my idea I was talking to Spencer about, which is Brockhampton doing an Ocean's 11 thing to try to sexually assault the most beautiful girl in the world.
We've hit time, folks. We're at an hour.
Subscribe to the Patreon if you want to hear more about our plan and what we're gonna do with Brockhampton.
Yeah.
Which is accurate. Well, and then like it ends. The way that movie ends is they're like behind a dumpster, and then Brockhampton switches out with Brock Turner, and they're like the perfect plan.
Oh my god, I haven't heard of
We'll
Brock
blame it
Turner
all on
in
Brock
years.
Turner.
In years.
Yeah. They'll just confuse us with Brock Turner, and then the
eat
movie is
snacks.
called The Innocence of Brock Turner.
You think it's
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
just fun.